Who is Randy? Don't bring anyone mother into this. Yo, mom in the fucking stand!
So let's go back to our list. So there's Silver Lake. That was the first studio. And then we moved to Redondo.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a 2-bedroom in Redondo. We lived in a tiny guest house.
That's right. And we turned the basically second bedroom into our studio.
Into our studio there. And that was fun. Those were good years.
But then
we got FIFO.
We did get FIFO. Then Little Jeans, Ellis.
Little Jeans was born.
So when we knew he was coming, we knew that room had to be the nursery.
Right.
So we got an office. This is amazing. We got an office like 3 blocks away in this office complex. And I remember signing the office lease.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy wanted 3 years. And I was like, how about 2 years? And he was like, no, we don't do anything less than 3. So I was like, all right. And like 6 months later, we moved.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck.
Well, we didn't realize that having a baby and 2 dogs, because we also had gotten Bitsy just as I found out I was pregnant with Ellis. And I wasn't about to give a puppy back that I committed to getting this dog. So I raised a puppy while pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had Ellis. And then it was you, me, Ellis, and 2 dogs in a tiny guest house in Redondo. And we were losing our minds.
And we were also still doing tons of road work. And
well, you were, yeah. I was home taking care of the baby.
Yeah, especially.
You were grinding those weeks, bro.
Yeah, because when you get your first baby, believe me, you're like, book me out. You get terrified.
Well, and it was funny at the time, too, is that your career had just started really taking off when Ellis was born.
Mm-hmm.
And we had been broke for so long. And I remember you telling me, because I was like, what are we going to do, this baby? And you're like, no, babe, we've got money now. And I was like, no, we don't. And you go, no, I swear to God, look, we have like a little bit of money now. And I was like, you're kidding me. This happened. Like, when did this happen? I was so preoccupied with being pregnant and my mom had died. Like I looked up and our life had pretty much completely changed.
Yeah.
And then, things got way different once, your first special on Netflix, Completely Normal, was there, and that took off. And then the second special, and then Your Mom's House grew and grew. Yeah. And then our lives changed completely once Ellis was born.
It totally did. Yeah. And we went to, by the way, the crazy thing was, when we left Redondo, I had to get a guy.
I miss every day.
Yeah. Redondo
God,
was great. So
South
great
Bay.
town. I love that beach community stuff. But when we left there, the guy that got us the office was able to find somebody to sublease the office, which was a huge relief,
Yeah.
So he did. And then, I think we told it on here, but 6 months ago, this guy was like, you need to clean your office. Again, email, you need to clean your office. And I was like, what? And he's like, you need to clean your office. And I go, why? He's like, because it stinks. And I go, look, man, I haven't been down there in a couple of years now. Because of the lease ended 7-8 months ago. So I guess it's before, around then, right? It was about 8-9 months ago from now, I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, because that was the end of the 3-year lease. So he's like, there's only a month left, but it's filthy. And I go, how's it? I go, why are you telling me? I sublease it. And he's like, oh, yeah, well what's that guy's number? I go, I don't even know, man. This was all set up through the real estate guy. I haven't been down there in a few years. And he's like, well, I'm just letting you know that I'm going in there because it stinks. And I go, I write back to him, I go, you're telling the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Somebody took over the lease. And he's like, all right. And then the next day he's like, oh, yeah, turns out the guy that subleased it from you died in there. And that's the smell.
Did you hear what my husband just said? The man who subleased it died in our old studio
and left where we used to film this show. And he was in there so long decomping that the building, the room started to smell. Then they said they got the body out of there, and he was like, oh, you're gonna need to clean it up. And I was like, what are you talking about?
That's a YP, not an MP. That's your problem, man.
No. So we went through this insurance thing. I was like, nah, it's not. No.
No, we're not.
So, but they had to actually, it's a small office building. They actually evacuated the entire building for a couple days. He's like, because the smell was so
hilarious.
Strong.
And that was our third Your Mom's House studio.
Right.
Just so you know.
Right.